On Days of Our Lives for Thursday, October 2nd, Salem finds itself spinning in different directions as emotions run high, from utter heartbreak to sheer panic to the weight of confessions finally being spoken. The episode promises to tug at heartstrings and rattle nerves as three powerful storylines unfold, each touching on the consequences of choices, the pain of rejection and the fear of truth coming out. The first major moment centers on Chanel DiMera. She and Johnny had been hoping to expand their family by adopting Tesoro, a dream that had filled their hearts with hope and joy. But those dreams come crashing down when they are told their adoption has been denied. Chanel's devastation is overwhelming. This was not just about a legal process, it was about love, family, and building a future together. Chanel had allowed herself to imagine a life where she and Johnny were raising Tesoro as their own, where their family unit felt whole, and now that has been ripped away. The rejection leaves her questioning whether there's any chance left to try again, or if this is the end of their adoption journey. For Chanel, who has endured so many losses before, this one cuts especially deep because it was tied to such a vulnerable hope for motherhood. The question now is whether she and Johnny will lean on each other to get through the disappointment, or whether the emotional blow will create cracks in their relationship. At the same time, another crisis brews with Sophia Choi. Her panic is rooted in the tangled web of lies and manipulations she set into motion. Determined to sabotage Johnny, she sent inappropriate photos of Holly to his phone while Holly was drunk in her dorm. The scheme was already dangerous and morally reprehensible, but the timing made it even more horrific, because Holly's dorm caught fire around the exact same time. Now Sophia is racked with fear, not only because her plan might unravel and expose her as the manipulator, but also because Holly nearly lost her life while Sophia was busy trying to smear her reputation. Sophia's panic isn't just about being caught. It's about realizing the unintended consequences of her actions may have gone much further than she ever anticipated. She wanted to sabotage Johnny and ruin his chances of adoption, but in doing so, she may have inadvertently placed Holly in even greater danger. On Thursday, her anxiety takes center stage as she begins to feel the walls closing in around her. The final storyline shifts to Tate Black, who reaches a breaking point and decides to confide in his father, Brady. Tate has been burdened with secrets, mistakes, and regrets, and while he has already admitted to much of what he has done wrong, there is still something left unsaid. Thursday's episode teases that he will come forward with yet another confession. The weight of honesty is heavy, and Tate knows that keeping things from Brady only drives a wedge between them. What makes this moment so powerful is not just what Tate chooses to admit, but also the emotional connection it creates between father and son. Brady has had his own share of struggles and he knows what it means to carry guilt. Now Tate is learning the difficult lesson that honesty, even when painful, is the only way to move forward. Whether this confession brings more trouble or healing remains to be seen, but it marks a turning point for Tate in his journey of growth. Altogether, Thursday's episode of Days of Our Lives is woven with devastation, panic, and confession. Chanel's shattered dream of adoption brings heartbreaking emotions, Sophia's schemes spiral into dangerous panic as she fears exposure, and Tate's confession could shift the course of his future with Brady. The episode highlights how quickly life in Salem can turn. One moment filled with hope, the next brought to its knees by truth and consequence.